What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital, and we are back for another Premier League show. A little bit different. We're back on StreamYard for this episode. I've got a few special guests in the building. I've got Matt, the Chelsea supporter. He's got some explaining to do, mate. Some explaining to do. Bottle jobs at home. Not good, mate. Not good. How you feeling, Matty? How you feeling?
Man, it's just same old Chelsea. I mean, honestly, what can we be saying? I've been saying this for years. I think these players are horrible. We come to a game at United. I was very confident, actually. My star boy at the back, Kepa Arrizabalaga, was fantastic. I've been saying for years, the guy's a baller. He came when he turned up. But, unfortunately, we've got 10 other players on that pitch who don't want to turn up.
Yeah,
it's a lot to discuss.
You love a Kepa post, huh? They kept coming the last couple.
I'm always loving a Kepa post, mate. Everyone loves it. I've been saying it for years. You see me in the football terrace for years. I've been saying it every man. And this guy shows up. He's an unbelievable player. And I've been saying we only can have Reece James, Taiwo Awoniyi, Kepa Arrizabalaga. They're only three players at Chelsea Football Club right now. The rest for me can leave. But it comes to a lot to the bad leadership, just players all over the place. But yeah, I guess we'll discuss it now. But United,
definitely we'll get into it. We'll get into it. I've got the Aussie Gooner. Every week he comes up with these 3 points. He rocks up in the studio. His pockets are full. But this week, mate, you've been shortchanged. Steve-O, the Aussie Gooner, mate.
I got ripped off, man. I went and bought a coffee. I thought it was $6. It was fucking 10, bro. Yeah, I'm fucking broke now, Fuck me, man.
It's all about the net spend,
dropping points.
It's all about that net spend, that net spend.
That net spend, bro. That net spend. Now we're broke. Now we're broke. I mean, wait, we go to St. Mary's and get royally fucked. But anyway.
That's the way it works. That's the way it works. And I've got Damo in the building back again. What a week to come on, Damo. What a week to come on. The last time I think I had you on, you guys were on for the treble, the quad, the unbeatables, the invincibles, the lot.
Right, I think I lifted that little World Cup in your studio the last time I was on.
Well, that's what I mean. Now, no armpits for Liverpool this season by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like that. But let's get straight into it, boys. Let's get straight into it. It was another fantastic week of Premier League action. We'll go into Chelsea Man United game 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. This fixture without fail, it always ends up as a draw for some reason, and it's always like the last couple of seasons from what I can remember. I remember Diego Costa last minute equaliser. I remember who was it? Who was the other guy that you guys had? It was last minute equaliser as well. Ross Barkley, last minute equaliser, and it just again. All the action happened, 80, 84 or 85 minute onwards. But Matt, you were touching on it a little bit earlier. How do you think this game went? You think all 3 points or 2 points dropped for you guys, and it was an easy 3 points, especially getting that penalty so late on?
I mean, to me, it feels like a loss. Every game, as a Chelsea fan, a draw feels like a loss to me. And, a game where we got lucky again, honestly. Brozier did well. I don't know what McTominay was doing, but it was a clear pen. We came up. But it's the same thing for the start of the season. Chelsea fans know this, that we go up 1-0 and we go to sleep. We always just shut down. And that comes down to zero leadership. I've said multiple times, Azpilicueta is not a leader. We need proper leadership qualities in this team to lift the spirit of these players. When we're 1-0 up, we had 5 minutes, 10 minutes to go, and our heads go down, right? And a lot of this problem before the goal, right, comes down to our players. Look at our attack. Sterling, he's a great player, out of form. We've got Aubameyang, he's 33, we're not expecting him for much from him. And then we got Mason Mount. I've been very harsh on this guy because this guy, for me, I've said it, he's the English Willian. He's nothing generational. He's nothing special to me. We have to have standards for this guy. He doesn't turn up in big games when we need him. He only shows up after we're either 1 or 2-0 up or some off mistakes. I need this guy to show up because you see him in that game. I'll ask you, did you even see him in that game? Because he just goes every big game when we need him. And to me, I don't like that. I don't like that in a player. And we protect him. We give him his flowers when he doesn't deserve it. You come to our midfield is an absolute crisis right now. I don't think people understand that Chelsea, and you can say United as well, kind of before they had Ten Hag, we're in a massive crisis. But Chelsea haven't got out of this crisis. We've got a player problem, injury problem. The managers a new managers come in, don't have his players. It's a lot coming and coming in game week, I think 11 we're in or something. Nothing's really changed. So it's a loss for me. It doesn't feel like a draw. It feels like a loss, but we have to keep moving on this. And I think, we're in 2022. We've been saying this since 2018 as Chelsea fans. It's a write-off season. Next season will dictate how we perform when the manager has his players.
Yeah, you love the good old write-off season, eh? Steve, Damo, jump in here. What do you guys think? Chelsea dropping the points there? More United gained that one? Or do you think it could have been the other way around? Because
it could have been either way, Borchi. Couldn't this game have gone either way? Like, was one team that much better than the other? Really? This game could have gone to United as well. The way I see it, it just seemed to me this game looked like two teams that were, I don't know, a little bit of complacency throughout this game. You know, I've seen United do a lot better against my boys, and I didn't see it against Chelsea, and I think Chelsea were there to be got at. But like you've said previously, that United are going to have that season where 1 minute we're here, 1 minute we're down here. Maybe this is a United low for this 1 point.
Well, you look, with us, like, I think the last couple of games we've actually played well. Even the draw against Newcastle, the only thing that was missing was a goal. But we're not at that level like Manchester City or like Liverpool were, where you can keep that intensity for more than 5 games. These guys were doing it for 30 games, let alone 5. But like with us, I think the first half, to be honest, we should have been 2-0 up. We had chance after chance after chance. I don't remember Chelsea having any clear-cut chances from what I could remember. We had that Rashford chance, Anthony just before half-time. No right foot. Should have put that away. For 80 million, you expect a better right foot. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, and we've been lacking. Our finishing has been poor the last couple of weeks. Even though we've got the goals and maybe we've been getting the results, just that final third now. Like it looks like our back is hard to break down. If it wasn't for that penalty, to be honest, I didn't really see Chelsea getting a goal throughout the whole game. So I think we've been improving, but like we've had like more, I think 6 shots or 13 shots, 6 on target. More than Chelsea. There was at one stage, the possession at one stage again was 70, high 70s to Man United. So again, controlling the game, but just we're lacking up front a little bit. Rashford, you could say maybe a bit of confidence up front. Sancho, it was off this game for sure for me. And then Anthony as well. Like he's just come into the league. We can't expect him to whip that Iron Robin ball every single week, but. To me, overall for me, I think I would have taken a draw at the start of the game because it is
not by the end of it.
Not by the end of it, but the way it panned out, I think we just walk away with that draw. 94th minute equalizer, great effort to not drop your heads. You know what I mean? Like Chelsea could have the last couple of minutes just held off, do the dark arts. Like they don't have that dark arts like Chelsea used to. No. David Luiz used to go down. Remember that one in the corner flag against United back in the day? He's not even injured. He's smiling at the cameras. Diego Costa, let's not even like he was one of the masters of the dark arts, right? Like they don't got these players anymore. That literally once United start coming at you start dropping, kicking the ball out, taking forever with goal kicks and corners and running it into the corner flag. But those times Chelsea get the ball and it's either they pass it back to us or try to score another goal. Like, yeah, sometimes it works out. But against the bigger teams, so, whatever, Man United, bigger teams, maybe not at the moment, but just go to the corner flag. Go to the corner flag. And what happens United, that their focus now goes out the window. It goes to more, I'm going to hack you. And now they're losing focus instead of let's get the ball and go down the field and score. So in terms of that, I'm happy with the boys that we kept pushing on towards the end because it was like the final pass kept going out or we kept missing the final pass. And then it was a good whip by Luke Shaw and Casemiro gets his first goal for United. And, like they were saying, margins. The ball just goes over. It was a good save, to be honest, by Kepa to get up there. As he was actually moving the opposite way and he had to get a hand to it. So, unfortunately, off the post and just about in. And you know what? To be honest, I'll take that 1 point, bro. Straight out, I'll take that point.
Do you find these little, player awareness and match tactics in these big, club games kind of goes out the window there? Because you always seem to find, draws or teams, scared to take that risk and push on. I know there was quite a few shots on target and and off. But it just always seems to kind of happen. And I guess you just take a draw. I guess both teams, Chelsea thought they would have stolen late, and then United, pinch a point at the end. But I don't know, sometimes you find that just all these simple tactics, which they maybe would do against the smaller clubs in the league, just tends to go out the window in these games. Do you still reckon that happens?
Yeah, possibly. I think there's a lot more on the line now because, now it's do you just take the draw because it's Man United or because it's Chelsea? Do you take the draw because, in the hope that when you verse the easier teams, if you have a nice run, you pick up the rest of the points there, right? And then there's more pressure on relegation. There's so much pressure on managers now to get a result. Yeah. And some of their changes, you see some so even for Chelsea, even for us, some of the changes that I didn't really agree on. Who played this week? Even Liverpool, Firmino, the probably your best goal scorer at the moment.
Yeah, 100%.
It takes him off. It's what are you panicking about? And you put on Ox, that's first game. I've seen him play this season. So it's maybe you're right, bro. Maybe the pressures of relegation and top four and Arsenal, you're winning 1-0. Is Arteta scared to make a substitution to where you can go and finish the game off? You know what I mean? And to try kill the game off earlier. But now you've copped the goal and he's probably thinking, and the players will be thinking too, City just won. Or I don't know I think they played at the same time. They played at the same time, whatever. But they're in front. Then they know they've got a little bit of a cushion, but at the same time they don't want to lose it. So it's going to be more pressure. It's all going to be in the minds of the players and managers. But I don't know, bro. Even the fans start getting nervous. Oh, it's 1-0. You're versing, all right, Forest. Yeah, you're versing Forest. They're going to be up for it, but at the same time they're going to be panicking too because they know what Liverpool can do. You know what I mean? So. I don't know, bro. I think there's a combination of a lot of things there. I don't know about what the rest of you boys think.
I was just quickly, if I could just quickly say, to the point where you look at, say, Chelsea's fans, right? I'm not going to lie, and I see it, and I say this all the time, I think Chelsea fans are quite quiet, but I'm not the one to dictate because I'm not the one on the ground. But you're right in the sense of that. Look at Graham Potter as well. Does he want to make that risk at the 86th minute to put a defender on? He doesn't really make those risks. And I don't know if you said it's the point of maybe top four, as you said with the Arsenal was a good example. Does he want to take the risk because they're first or whatever? But I think it's about those taking risks. And that's why I need these managers, especially Chelsea, to take more risks and putting someone like Chalobah, who's a defender, put him in that midfield, just to hold off that possession, to the last minute. Because you come back to that point where you said on the 86th minute and how you're saying how we kept losing it and how we dropped the point. It's because we've got no leadership there. We've got no one to say, all right, take your time with the ball. Yeah. We've got no David Silva. We've got no Diego Costa. Go, take your time with the ball. The only leader we have in this team is backing goals and Kepa Arrizabalaga, but he can't be screaming to the forward line. So that's a good point on that.
It comes to the players as well, 100% as well, because they're 100%. They're the ones on the pitch. We've had it against Southampton. Steve, you remember there when we were at the pub, right, watching that one?
Yeah.
We're winning 1-0. Southampton, they did have some half chances with any sort of better striker. They probably finish them chances, right?
Yeah.
Rashford gets the ball, Bruno gets the ball, and we're still trying to whip in the ball. Just go to the fucking corner flag. Just go. Even the players sometimes need to be like, oh, bro, let's kill the game off. City do it all the time, bro. City got, you look at the mentality City have, they'll go 2 down and we'll come back. But then when it comes to them type of minutes, we're just going to, it's either we keep the ball in the back, we just keep passing it, or go to corner flag. There's nothing wrong with that. Who cares? You're wasting time. You're wasting time. But that's the nature of the game. We played Newcastle, or was it Spurs? One of the games, the ball in 90 minutes was only in play for 40-something minutes. You know what I mean? So do you know what I mean?
Are we playing to the crowds, but are we playing to the crowds? Are we a little bit playing to the crowds where, we're parking the bus? Do you know what I mean? Why are we trying to park the bus? We should be, like the Liverpools, the Chelseas, the Man United, still taking the game to the other team to really kill it off.
Yeah.
Are these managers playing towards the crowds to appease them so they can give them a show? You know what I mean?
I'll say Tuchel wasn't. Tuchel was far from that.
Yeah.
Tuchel was far from that. Maybe Potter, but Tuchel was far. We play boring football. We play very boring football.
What, at the moment? You're at the moment or under Tuchel?
Under Tuchel, under Potter, it's a new, I think we're a bit quicker, but it's still shit football. It's not good football that we're playing.
But what I'm trying to say is not playing quick football, but what I'm trying to say is not going out, all right, we're 1-0 up, let's defend for our lives and let's see out a game. In other words, you see your opposing fans, it's the 70th minute. It's like, oh, you threw your defenders on and just and scrape through a 1-0.
Yeah.
Are the pressures different when it comes to Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal in regards to the others? Because there's an expectation from their fans, is what I'm trying to say.
Bro, of course. And like sometimes the mood comes from the fans as well. If they're in a nervous mood, like let's, for example, I don't know about what happened at Stamford Bridge with the fans, but like if they're feeling nervous and if they're not getting behind their team, right, then bro, the players are gonna feel that nervousness. You hear the United fans in the back behind the goal screaming, chanting United, getting the boys revved up. The Chelsea fan need to be doing the same thing to try G them up. But I don't know. But Damo, in terms of United in general, bro, this season, I know we started off a little bit. Let's not talk about how we started. But how do you think they're going so far under Ten Hag and with the players that they brought in as well? Martinez, we have Anthony, Casemiro, Eriksen as well is there.
I think you got to be somewhat happy, I'd say. This is just from a neutral guy watching United. I think slowly bringing in Casemiro into the side, I think now he's probably, obviously not cemented his spot, he was always going to play, but now he's playing a bit more regularly and obviously got the goal on the weekend. I don't know, man. He's made some of these signings, regardless what you paid for them, they're there to fill places which, players weren't doing the job before.
Yeah.
The Ronaldo stuff, I think that's just a lot of, I don't know, bullshit, I'd say, going on at the moment. If you're getting the results, man, like, it's just a bit disappointing whether you believe what's going on his behalf. But Ten Hag is doing nothing wrong, I personally believe it.
He's made some of the big calls. He's made some of the
like that on the field if you're winning.
Yeah.
Why would you change it?
Exactly, and he's made some of the tough calls. Maguire is he injured? Apparently, he hasn't been playing at all. And you had Ronaldo, you're benching him, and you're making a statement in terms of dropping him from the Chelsea game because he wanted to walk out. Even though he said in the interview he was, I felt a twitch. I don't know, but yeah, look, you could say United fans should be somewhat happy. I'm not like the other fans lighting up cigarettes and all that sort of stuff. Not that happy.
Well, that wouldn't be you.
That wouldn't be me, would it? That wouldn't be me.
Calling Tottenham fans wouldn't be you.
Wouldn't be me. No. But look,
be you. Yeah, I haven't heard about that.
Might have to delete the posts. But yeah, look, to be fair, I think overall it wasn't the best of games, but I think 1-1, it is what it is. We move on. I know Chelsea got you got you got a few easy games now coming up.
Well, I mean, I just know we have Salzburg. I don't remember when the weekend.
I think there's like 3 more. Isn't it 2 or 3 more games, and then they have.
We only have 3 or 4 more games.
Yeah,
3 more prem games to World Cup.
Yeah, so
but it's not that hard.
Yeah, all right. Let's.
So Chelsea, every game's hard right now for us. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what. But look, let's move on, bro. Let's move on to Liverpool, bro, because I don't know, Nottingham Forest. I know they got some Champions Leagues under their belts, but you don't expect them to go toe to toe, head to head with the mentality monsters, up against the best manager, the best striker, the best centre back, the best keeper, left and right backs, best centre mids, $80 million signings that can't be on the field. Damo, mate, this season for you guys has been a bit of a broken record. If you repeat,
a bit of a reality check, I'd say, man. Obviously, last week we came up against a team who hasn't won the European competition before, so it was an easy win this week. Forest have won the Champions League, so it's a bit tougher. Nah, man, you know what? Like, just disappointed really is the best way to put it. But when you look at, and I'm not going to put on injuries, but when you've got like Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott starting and a young Carvalho on the wing and whatnot, it's not just for this game, but against any team in the Premier League, it is going to be hard to dominate and get the usual 3, 4, 5 goals, which we're used to seeing Liverpool doing. But man, we didn't deserve to win. I think our only clear-cut chances were off set pieces, and even then, I'm not going to say they're clear and cut. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but bro, like you're saying that with the injuries, look, to be fair, yeah, of course, that does play a bit of a part. But like, I remember back in the day, Fergie used to put the kids, in the FA Cups, and they're versing championship teams. Like, this is, what I mean? Men against boys, kind of, and they're still getting the result. And I just think, like, Liverpool, bro, like, you had enough on the pitch to score a goal. to score.
Oh,
A lot of your
100%,
defenders
100%.
were injured. Kanate and no, Gomez played. Did he? Gomez played.
Yeah,
Who's
Gomez
injured?
played.
Gomez played.
Trent was
Trent came
injured.
off the bench.
Trent came off the but Trent's been a liability, so it's not so much of an injury, so much of it's either arrest him or protect him really because he hasn't been good. So but getting a goal, bro, where's like Mo Salah? Is this some sort of a contract thing that it's a curse to every player that signs a big deal? Aubameyang, Sanchez, like all these men come here, Lukaku, and they forget how to score. What's going on? I don't know, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know how during the week he can score. I think it was the quickest hat trick in Champions League history, and then go missing.
Forest, bro. Lost in the Forest, the bloke.
This year, I don't know.
Yeah, but what needs to change then on your end? Go, Steve. Go on.
Well, this Premier League season, Salah hasn't been the same Salah. Like previous seasons, he hits the ground running, and he's like a firecracker that just never goes out. It's fucking horrible. But I've seen the struggles in Mohamed Salah this season, and I saw him against Arsenal, and I saw him against Nottingham Forest. Position change, put him down the centre to see if we can get the ball to him a little bit easier, still not working. Playing on the right-hand side, Mohamed Salah, he's got, I don't know if it's a confidence issue. I don't know if it's if he hasn't got the support, but is it the curse of getting to 30 years old and getting that contract like Borges said, and now I'm almost ready to hang up the boots? Or is it the fact that a lot of his game was sort of determined by Mane's left-hand side and working so hard on that left-hand side that defenders used to sort of shift towards Mane and allow Salah just that little bit more room, that freedom. And of course, Mane creating more chances than others. That's where I'm stuck. I don't know if it's Mane or is it Salah or is it the lack of, I don't know.
That's what I was saying as well before the season. I said that I think, for me, I said Salah probably won't score over 20 goals this season, and it was mad, but now it looks like it's coming true because I think I said Mane was one who pushes Salah, and as you said, it gives him much more space. And now I'm questioning, like, where is it? Is it Mane or is it Salah? As you said, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but do you know what? I don't really like that argument, to be honest, about and I hear it a lot. Mane's not there, so they should have sold Salah, but you got the golden boot for 3 years in a row, and you're saying this guy should have been sold. All right, Mane, people might have a preference on who's better and who offers more. But at the same time, people are saying like Mane gives the space, but Salah, when he's on the ball, he's not doing the stuff that he was doing before. It's got nothing to do with because Luis Diaz comes in onto the pitch, and he's as effective in terms of taking on plays and his dribbles as Mane. And you look at Jota, when he hasn't been fit this season, but when he's come on, he still gives that option of when he gets the ball, he can put it in the back of the net. So, but when Salah is on the ball, he's not. I don't know what it is. Too slow to take that touch on the left foot to bend that back stick and to get into the positions. I don't think it's got anything to do with Mane really not being there. Maybe as a collective in the goals that they were scoring. And even towards the back end of it, they were hating each other. You saw he doesn't pass to him, he doesn't pass to him. Arms are thrown in the air.
Still working, but.
Exactly.
Each other, still working.
That's right. But like even towards the end, you've seen a little bit of that. So I don't know, bro. I don't know if the whole Mane's not here. That's why the whole team. Okay, so why are you conceding then? Why are we conceding? You're conceding to all these teams. And if Mane is meant to be the guy, all right. If you're not scoring, all right, you didn't score in this game, but they scored 2 against Liverpool, no Mane. They scored a goal against us, no Mane. They're still scoring goals, 9 goals. They scored 9 goals. Salah didn't even score. You know what I mean? So they don't need Mane. But the thing is, I don't know, bro. I think it's a bit of a poor excuse. But I don't know what happens now for you boys, Damo, because I don't know, bro. Whether you're fan, I told you.
Schedule, and obviously we've got Ajax on Wednesday. We're still in. I think if we win that, we're through.
Yeah.
Premier League, you forget about it. You just go for a Champions League spot. Champions League, you try and go as far as you can. Man, for me, I want the World Cup to come pretty quick because
Liverpool for the World Cup.
Now, that guy is 100% protecting himself for the Cup, 100%.
But he's not even in what? Who? Salah? He's not in the World Cup, is he? He's Egypt, isn't it?
Van Dijk.
Oh, Van Dijk. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear.
100%, man. Like I said, we've copped the first goal. A goal scored against us, I think, so many times this season. He's just not the same. And I really believe after that ACL injury last season or the season before, He's really looking after himself just to get to the cut. And we've seen a lot of defenders and players in general, missing out because of injury in the last couple of weeks. So, yeah.
That could be another reason too, bro. I know Salah's not obviously playing
Salah's
in it.
not, but yeah.
But still, as a collective, even other teams, bro, you might think, he hasn't been performing, and you think, hey, World Cup's around the corner. Interesting, man. But where do you guys go from here, bro? Because like I was telling you in the group chat, I don't know, bro. I think it's time for you guys to start protesting, start getting on the back of your owners, because we've seen they might not sell. All right, they might not sell, and they'll probably never sell unless you're Roman and they force you out somehow. Unless you can edit some pictures with him and Putin, then there might be a chance they'll all work out. But bro, I think you guys need to start making your voices heard, because winning the league, not buying anyone, winning the Champions League, buying one or two players, and not really that big of a names, and then finishing twice by 1 point behind City, and you want to try catch them, and you get no one again. Or you got Diaz this season, and who else did you get this season, bro? Darwin Núñez, okay. Carvalho, but Carvalho was signed this prior to that. He just came in this season, yeah. So not in this window, yeah. And Carvalho's a player that he's not meant to be starting every single game, but he is,
exactly.
And Darwin Núñez, all right, I criticized him a little bit before he even signed for anyone. Remember, I was telling you, but he's going to take time for him too. He could adjust, but we just never know. But you can't take $80 million risks on players like that. And what about the midfield? What about your midfield? The one that you need, the players where you need in your midfield, you're not buying them. So I don't know. Klopp has come out with some excuses about the weather, the grass, and the pitch is a bit wet, a bit dry, and when
all valid, man, all valid.
Yeah, well, exactly. So it must be the owners then, bro. I'm telling you, the way Nottingham Forest left the bark on the field, they can't play their tiki taka.
You know what I think, honestly, and I said this before, where I said Jurgen Klopp is
he's a fraud.
He's Liverpool's Arsene Wenger. No, he's Liverpool's Arsene Wenger. It's just happening at a quicker pace. And what I see here as an Arsenal fan is I see owners taking advantage of someone like Jurgen Klopp or an Arsene Wenger. You see Jurgen Klopp, a kind of guy who's kind of tied to Liverpool. It's almost like I don't see him leaving. I see him copying all this shit, never going back to the owners, defending the club, defending everything, and clutching at straws. It's like Wenger used to do. It's like, dude, you're full of shit. We can see it. And Jurgen is starting to look like that to me. He looks like he's protecting the club. He looks like he's clutching at straws for excuses. And it looks like he's being thrown under the bus. Where, okay, you got your Darwin Núñez. Where's the rest?
Yeah, he's stressing.
Jurgen Klopp isn't an idiot. He knows he needs fucking players in. But doing the Arsene Wenger thing where it's like, oh, we'll buy players if there's quality out there and blah, 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 and all this bullshit, the fuck out of here. If they gave you the money, you'd spend. You know what I mean? And you'd spend big. But I think the owners are riding him for as long as they can, cashing in, making that money.
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know what's happening with your boys. Even top four doesn't even look a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, bro, but we're going to have Coca-Cola on the front of our jersey, so, that's a big signing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Coca-Cola. You might go. I remember when the Coca-Cola Championship used to. I remember when Coca-Cola Championship used to be around. You might end up there, mate, just in time for the new sponsorship. Coca-Cola. But yeah, I don't know what's happening with Liverpool, man. Obviously, you still can't write them off because they always manage to get them results. So top four, I don't think it's done and dusted, but let's hope it is. The next couple of games, I don't know who you guys got. You should have. I think you guys have an easy run now. There's a decent run before the World Cup, but decent
just
on
the numbers,
paper.
Man. There's just so much crammed together. But in saying that, if we won on the weekend, we'd be 1 point behind United, and we're probably not having this chat. The pressure's on United, really.
Is it? Why is the pressure on us, mate?
The Champions League battle's over yet.
Pressure's on us. We love a bit of pressure, mate.
We'd be 1 point behind you, just smoking cigars still.
Smoking cigars, yeah. Me and what's his name, from Real Madrid. What's his name, bro? Fucking the manager. Me and him, bro. Ancelotti. After Champions League finals, but
I was in the same team when Kepa got a clean sheet. Someone I was doing the same thing.
Mate, you and Kepa, bro. I don't know, bro. After the algorithm has to ban you.
Family.
The algorithm has got to block him from Matt and then Kepa together. It's got to put a stop to that. But look, obviously Everton got a result weird result against Crystal Palace. Palace have been good the last couple of weeks. 3-0 there. Lampard's boys stepping it up. Also had Manchester City. Look, they had to bounce back against that after a loss to Liverpool, 3-1 there to Brighton. Brighton didn't play too bad, but you know when City turn up, they turn up. You can't do much about that. Before we get into the Arsenal and Spurs games, boys, Villa sacked their manager, Steven Gerrard. Damo, your mate gets the boot, and the boys showed up, bro. They threw him under the bus.
The Liverpool out of Aston Villa, and Aston Villa showed up, bro. What the fuck?
Man, if that was going to say anything, it was he's not the next man for us, really.
He was meant to be, yeah.
For some people he was, but I think this might just cross his name off there. I don't know, man. I hope he gets a job somewhere else.
Do you guys think it was too soon that they sacked him, or the sacking? You reckon it was too soon for Villa, or just that win ratio wasn't looking good, and the way they were performing as well? He kind of mentioned that in the last game.
A lot of these clubs are they're just no nonsense anymore, hey?
Yeah.
It's just they can't afford to get in that relegation battle or drop too many points too soon. And
especially when you spent money. Like they spent decent money. They got some decent players.
If it wasn't for Gerrard, Coutinho's not going there. I really don't think that.
Yeah, he'll probably leave.
Some of these other signings, but whatever.
Yeah, they got 13 minutes already 3-0 up in that game. So bit interesting, bro. They brought Brentford haven't been a pushover this season. I mean, I've seen a 4-0 results in Brentford games this season. Yeah, but this way went the other way around for them. But Fulham keeping up with the European spots, knocked Leeds. Leeds had a good performance against Arsenal last week, and I thought they were going to come out, especially with Fulham not having the best results. They all copying 3 goals the last couple of weeks, and then the other team in that bottom half with it was a relegation dogfight here with Wolves and Leicester. Leicester coming out. Brendan Rodgers, he's saying, I'm not going to be having that link to Liverpool and being sacked in the same week. 4-0, mate. Here you go. And Tillerman's goal of the season, maybe so far, cracker of a goal. But Steve, you guys went to St. Mary's.
Yeah. Didn't we?
Saints.
We needed a prayer.
Not everyone can win there, though. It's tricky, I'm telling you. Not everyone can win there, all right? Liverpool's feeder club.
We always do.
But 1-1, bro. What happened? Chat to me, bro. You used to come with the 3 points. Now you're a couple points short. Couple points short.
Son. Boop, boop. Relax yourself, mate. Relax yourself.
Don't have to look that high to see you now anymore, mate. We're just right there.
No, you still got to look up. So you just don't have to put the glasses on anymore. Okay. You can see us.
The neck brace can come off.
Look, the Southampton have always been a bit of a bogey team for Arsenal. And look, running up to this game, the Leeds performance I wasn't very fucking happy with. That wasn't a stellar performance. PSV, another fucking wasteful performance. And this season, to be honest, we create a lot of chances, which is great. You watch our football, and I watch Arsenal, I'm like, okay, we're creating chances. There's direction, there's intensity, chance after chance, but it's not good enough when it comes to the final ball. Like it's put the ball into the back of the net, tap it in, and it's wide and it's over the bar. And it's okay to create 9 chances, right? But to only get 1 goal or 2, that's when it becomes a bit troubling. And in this game, it was 100% creating chances, missing opportunities. My front 3 hang their head in shame in this one. Can hang their heads in shame, all 3 of them, because they missed some opportunities, like honestly in the first half. Mate, they didn't do themselves any favour. Granit Xhaka, you're relying on Granit Xhaka to get you a goal, and big up to him. He gets that goal, right? Ben White to Xhaka, big up. But Gabriel Jesus, Saka, and fucking Gabriel Martinelli, where the fuck were you? Because to be perfectly honest, Saka's still making the same mistakes. He's on a break, guys. This guy's on a break. And instead of continuing his run, he decides to do a bit of a Raheem Sterling shuffle. And what? Slow the game down so people can catch up. What the fuck kind of decision's that? You're on a break. Like, I just don't understand this. His decision-making is abysmal. And to be honest, that you work the keeper, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? But again, Southampton came at us in the second half, got their goal much deservedly. And you know what? Southampton really deserved to get a point from this game. They did. We didn't do ourselves any favours. None at all.
Boys, if you want to jump in on that one, anything about Arsenal,
I carved into them. So
My
I
Arsenal.
think it was just it was due.
We're enjoying it, aren't we?
It was like this.
that isn't a draw to me. That that's might as well call it a loss because that was stupid.
Yeah, but at the start of the season, right, when you guys were flying, and you're still up there, you're still top of the league. But my thing was for Arsenal is wait till you play 2 games a week, because that was your Achilles heel last season to make top 4. Now you're starting to play 2 games. All right, the last Europa League you played, and I think you might have got
PSV.
the result, but then PSV came, and then again. And I think when did you?
It was Leeds, PSV, yeah.
Leeds.
The
Oh,
last
sorry.
2 games
You
have been
played
shambles.
Leeds. You won that game against Leeds, but it wasn't as comfortable as the last ones, right? And there was a few calls. They missed a penalty as well. They could have got another one at the end, but obviously right call. But is it the 2 games a week that you guys are really going to now start struggling? Because that's what it's looking
that's not
like.
it.
The same patterns.
No, it's not.
The same patterns
It's not the 2 games. Bullshit. We've been wasteful from the start of the season, and I said it. It looks good. I swear, guys.
Yeah,
watch us.
I know you're wasteful. I
We're
know.
wasteful.
Yeah, I get that you're wasteful. And
Wasteful.
you could say that. Yeah, you're probably wasteful even back in the last season, but bit of tired legs. You're backing up. A couple days later, there's not much preparation for different teams now. You're gonna play PSV now again this week, and in a couple of days' time, who do you guys play? Who's your next Premier League game?
Nottingham Forest.
And you got Forest. Okay, even that, like you could, but on paper you should
Yeah, we
say,
could.
like on paper you could say,
paper,
but then
Liverpool
again,
should have beat them.
when you play these back-to-back games or in a space of a couple of days, it takes it out of you. And because even for us, like I know from United, because we don't have the legs on the bench. We don't have with injuries and players leaving and all that. We don't got the quality to come on and
Game changes.
That's right. And with Arsenal, I look at your bench sometimes and it's like, all right, you're going to have to put Lokonga in. You're going to have to put, Tommy Asu at another position. You have to put, I don't know, Nketiah on. Nketiah's coming on now, almost going to take Jesus' role. He's always coming on. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, these are not the players you want. Like, you guys can't afford now to be like, you know what, let's rest Jesus for Nottingham Forest and put in Nketiah and then we put him back in the next Europa League game. You know what I mean? Or something like that. You can't do that because you just don't got the legs. And that's why I think 2 games a week, there could be something in that, bro. I don't know.
It's not going to help us. The 2 games a week is not going to help this situation. But I look at that's a valid point. But what I saw in that first half is what I've seen from Arsenal is all this possession, wonderful possession, creating chances, only 1 goal. Only 1 goal from all that. Now, I know it's 1 goal's enough. No. That man, and then second half kicks in, the boys are looking and thinking to themselves, all that work, all that possession, 65-35 first half. Chance after chance after chance. Only 1 goal. Second half comes in and they're a little bit lethargic. Maybe the intensity drops. Southampton get a goal back and then they're thinking in their heads, what the hell? We had this game in our hands and we're losing it now. And their heads drop. Happened against Leeds. Happened against Southampton. Leeds were just quicker Leeds are just quicker in their attack. And that's why it looked like a fucking tennis match. And the 2 games a week, you got a point. Yeah, it's not going to help us at the moment. I just think Mikel Arteta needs to fucking rally the troops, especially the front 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's
You
like
got
a-
opportunity. Yeah. No, keep going.
That's what I want to add to the point where the double games a week is so it's very important. That's why City are going to win the league because they have the depth. You look at every position they have. They've got second person there. They can instantly play. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. We don't have that. And look at Newcastle now. They're just sitting outside the top 4 because then they got 1 game a week. They don't have the double games like that. So that's very, very important to a factor of 2 games a week. It's very, very important to win the league. That's why I don't think Arsenal have it in them.
Exactly, and especially now with the whole Queen's birthday, the funeral and all that. Somewhere next season, next year, they're gonna have to fit them games in. So when you have 3 games a week now, right? It's gonna be all right for Arsenal. If you guys beat PSV now, right, this week, you guys are through. So you can rest your players, and I think you probably already get top spot anyways, right? So you can rest your players, and then the Premier League games could be a little bit easier. Liverpool the same thing. I think they're already through. Yeah, Damo, you guys already gone through for Champions League.
I think if we confirm it on Wednesday.
There you go. So like, and games like that, all right, you rest players for the travel. Like, yeah, you're not traveling to Azerbaijan, all these countries. So you got time to rest them. But then for the Premier League, but then when it comes around the 16 and all them games, and then you got the Premier League postponement games coming in, and we don't got the depth, bro. City, Matt's right there. They can, like, they're already qualified. They can easily put their full strength team against Copenhagen or again and dust them off. And then that's it, bro. Like, it's a training session for them, bro. What can you do? But,
and in saying that, I think when the Queen did pass away, I think the fixture there was actually Arsenal versus City.
City, exactly. And that
so
was
they're going to play him.
Yeah,
you're going to dodge the bullet, but then you might have a round of 16 Europa League game, a knockout game. Yeah, and then you could be traveling to fucking who knows where. If you're lucky, you probably play at home. Then you got City, then you have to play the reverse fixture. So it's like you can't even arrest players for that game because they're fucking up your ass. Do you know what I mean? But look, Matt touched on their Newcastle. They're not hovering. They're in the top 4 now. The bastards, yeah? Slowly sneaking in somehow. You know, they got that money in their bloody pockets. They're carrying it around in a sack, Santa sack. They haven't spent all of it. They got still billions to spend. And slowly they're making their way up. But Spurs get done again, back to back. The Conte football. Boy, everyone, like, why is everyone happy about these guys getting demolished? Look at the smile, bro. Look at the Londoners. Look at these Londoners here.
Supposed to win the league and the Champions League.
That.
They're going to win it all.
I heard that. Deji's tone has changed a little bit.
Look,
Champions League and League.
I'm telling you, man. Look, guys. Look, just to let you know,
here we go.
that the Aussie Gooner, he cares. Okay, Aussie Gooner cares. I'm not a fucking prick. Like,
don't expose DMs, bro. Don't expose DMs.
Bro, look, I know. Look, like.
Here we go.
Look.
My lads decide to fucking drop points to our bogey team.
How nice it is.
Mate, are you okay?
You're a prick, mate. That's what you are.
No,
Is everything right as rain?
you know,
Just making sure everything's all right. You know,
see the love.
that
Yeah, the love. Yeah, the love.
Going absolutely crazy and AWOL. That's all.
And there was another one.
I'm really concerned, mate.
See, because I didn't get nothing back.
Mate,
Are you okay? Is everything all right?
as long as it's seen. If it says seen, he's still with us. He's not upstairs.
He's active, but I think he's around, but he's not around. You know, just
like we talk about Spurs and we can talk about how bad and poor they've been in dropping points, but Newcastle, a little bit under the radar. What's going on here? They've taken the points of some of the bigger boys. Just about lost to Liverpool. They had to give them an extra 10 fucking games extra time over there, and they ended up losing. They only lost one game, but a draw to us. I think they drew to City. Have they played you guys, Matt? Have you guys played Chelsea? Not yet. Arsenal. They haven't played Arsenal. Not yet. Probably soon. Yeah, bro. What's going on? Is there something to worry about with these guys?
But look at their attack, yeah. I was looking at their attack, and their attack's still the same. You know, Wilson, Almiron, Joel Linton somehow. Like, I don't know if it's that the manager has done very well in transforming these players, plus it's the money, because these old players are still making their first team. They're still doing very well, and it's quite scary to see.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, having one game a week.
Do you know what it is? It could be one of them things like I'm gonna perform to get it re-signed and then get re-signed on the mega deals. Like, I'm gonna be the guy for you, like Callum Wilson, where you're rocking up now. He got a goal clashing with Hugo Lloris last week. He wanted to save everything. Now he's fucking Butterfingers coming out doing stupid shit, and they get a goal. And then Almiron again, bro. Like you said, you know, where's Jack Grealish now to say you play like Almiron? We're scoring goals from fucking tight angles. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and they're getting the job done. Look, Harry Kane gets a goal as well. But like, and I know Son, first 2 minutes hit the crossbar. But they
to chip the keeper too at one stage.
Yeah, exactly. But sneaky, I don't know, bro. Spurs, I think it's early doors they're bottling it. It's not even Spurs. November.
It's always Spurs. That's just the Spurs. Like everyone was saying before season, watch out for Spurs. It's Spurs. It's a Spurs curse, right? And I think Antonio Conte, the people don't know, he's been doing the same thing since Chelsea. It's the same formation, the same way, similar players. It's nothing new. He's going to get found out. And this season, I said he'll get found out. And yeah, it's like Spurs. It's a Spurs curse. Nothing new.
Yeah, Damo, you want to touch anything about Spurs? Like, oh, here we go, Steve. Yeah, go on. Of course you have something. Of course you have something.
I think no. Look, I think Conte just needs more time at Spurs. He needs his players.
I thought Gerrard in.
Sure, everybody was. Huh?
I thought Gerrard in at Spurs.
No. You don't want to do something silly like that. No, you got yourself a world-class manager in Antonio Conte. He just needs the right players. So I think Spurs just have to hang on and just
new deal. Give him a new deal.
Give him a new deal and believe in the process that is Antonio Conte. and let him get his players in and ride the roller coaster. You know, this is going to be good. It'll be all fine. Don't worry. And you guys could still win the league.
Man, for me, player-wise, I'm surprised with Perisic. I thought he'd make more of an impact on the league, being on the left, but obviously not.
He's been getting a few assists from set pieces and all that, but I think to be honest, I thought Perisic is an okay signing, but not to try win the league, bro. Not anymore. He's a player that can come off maybe and help the team push on, but not to win. I said it. Everyone was going crazy about look at Spurs'
signings.
Look at their transfer window. I'm like, hold on a minute, bro. Who are they signed? I go Basuma. I go the rest of Europe doesn't know who Basuma is. They don't know. No one's after Basuma. It's only the Premier League because he has good performances against big clubs when he was at Brighton. But Basuma, like he's been struggling to get into the team until recently. And Jet Spence, I thought he was meant to be the bee's knees or something. He doesn't even play. And I think Conte even said that it was a club signing, not his signing. And to be honest, bro, like that Lenglet, he's been okay, but then there's a lot of mistakes coming out from him, even in this game. So I don't know, bro. It's good news for United because then there's a spot free somewhere, but then Newcastle are jumping in trying to fucking take over. So again, it becomes a fucking bad.
Well, it comes down to also, I mean, we can sit and have a whole conversation with Spurs, and I love it because Conte's now losing the players. Like, he's losing the dressing room as well. I honestly don't think he'll probably last the season. Honestly, if Daniel Levy will be the old Roman, I don't know, maybe I'm used to the Roman tactics, but I don't think he'll last the season if he continues just losing the players. He's not playing the new signings. He's not listening to the board. This is just Roman's era, and he would boom sack. So we'll see what happens. But it's Spurs, mate. I hope they can not play European football. That'll be fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good call. But you know, if they do get rid of him, there's bound to be a clause in his contract. You know how they are, where it's like you fire me, you pay me, and you know how Levy is. So.
Yeah. So if that was Roman, he'll pay me. He wouldn't care. But yeah,
just fuck him off.
Fuck him off. Levy's a different guy, man.
Yeah, I know. Even that's the same thing that's happening at at Leicester with Brendan Rodgers. They can't afford to pay him out if they sack him, so they have to keep him on. He's trying his best to turn it around, but. Yeah, look, Spurs are going to be Spurs, and let's hope that downfall continues, and the same with Arsenal in the next couple of weeks. Hey, Steve. But boys, before we wrap it up, Matt, thanks for jumping on your debut on the Football Capital. Let everyone know where they can find you on all your socials.
Yeah, obviously, you know, you can find me probably anywhere in the Chelsea community, Football Terrace, Chelsea Fan TV. You can find me there on my own channel. I'm there every 2 weeks whenever I've got about an hour to spare. I'll be on there. But just follow my Twitter at ZVOII. I'll be there.
Yeah, and the Aussie Gooner, mate, whether they don't want to find you, because I think they're sick of you, mate. You're pissing off Chelsea fans, Spurs fans. Fucking...
Look, I'm a nice bloke up until you chat shit. And if you want to fucking chat shit, well, I'm not very nice. So let's be nice and everything will be good. If you don't want none,
Listen, you know the Aussie community, bro. We can call each other dumb cunts. But people find that word a bit offensive, you know? So you got to tone it down a bit, mate. You got to know your regions.
No.
You got to change your VPN. Change that VPN, mate.
I like to change everyone, you know what I mean? I don't adjust. I just make people adjust to me, mate.
Yeah, right. So where can they find you, mate? The Aussie Gooner, every
Hey, if you're not going to find me on the Football Capital, which you should do, you'll find me on the Aussie Gooner channel on YouTube. You'll see me on Instagram, here and there, everywhere. Northside LDN watch-alongs, and from time to time on One Touch, you know, doing the touch show, you know.
Yeah, we'll leave it there because I don't know what that's all about, mate. But Damo, where can they find you, mate? The F1?
You can find me on the job site with the nail gun, the tool belt, fucking...
That's it, mate. We'll drop your business card below as well. But boys, thanks for jumping on. Bit of a lastminute.com settings here, but we try to get it done. Everyone else, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.